Hello, beautiful being. I am so grateful to be here with you. It's been 9 months since I made my last video and shared it with you. Almost 10 months now. And I'm just so thankful that I'm ready to share again. Okay, I did have a tower experience. Spirit warned me about it, but you know, when you feel a tower, it's a little different from knowing about a tower, right? So all I can say now, and this is coming through to share with you, is that a tower, a wonderful moment, a terrible moment, or something that we label as terrible, something that doesn't feel good, it's all here for us. The good, the bad, what seems good, what seems bad. And we should be careful about what we label good or bad, because a lot of times it ends up being different from what we started out considering it as or thinking of it as. And Spirit is coming through now and just saying that everything that you feel, that you experience, it happens for you and not to you. And that's something that can be really hard to get our minds around, because when things that are so painful happen, it's like, how is this helping me? That's the first thing you think is, why in the hell am I dealing with this? What is the purpose of this, Spirit? But eventually you'll see that it was for your good, that it was for your growth, that it was for your evolution. And you get to that point, and this is the beauty of it all. When you get to that point where you just say, damn, I can't believe I made it through that. Look at what I did. Look at the power that I have now inside me, where I know I cannot be shaken, where I know that my fear does not own me. It does not hold me down. It does not hold me back. And so my goal, my intention, I said Capricorn moon coming through, my goal. I got goals, y'all. But yes, it was a goal for me to create this video for you, because all I want to do is share the energy, the healing, the love that I have felt over the past 9 months. Thank you to those of you who wrote emails, checking on me. You know who you are. Thank you so much. I love you. I love you. And even if I didn't answer, I'm so sorry. I know that sounds bad, right? But I'm sorry, because I was in such a state of needing to nurture myself. And so I did not feel that strength that I have right now. So I didn't get back to everybody the way I normally would have. But I just want you to know that if you checked on me, thank you. Thank you. That's family. That's what family does, okay? And please know that what you're going through right now, it is meant for your growth. There is no easy growth in humanity, you know. Success feels easy. Achieving a goal feels easy, but growth, that feels like pain. And I said this in my ASMR video that I just recorded, that I believe it's the Dalai Lama who said pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. And so we do not have to suffer through the things that are painful. We can learn from the pain and heal ourselves and grow. Okay. I was just hearing one of my neighbors is taking out their trash. They're like rolling the trash, and it was taken out. It was just empty. The trash truck just came on my street. And Divine is saying, we're taking out the trash. Okay, we're taking out the trash. So there's something that you're being called to let go of right now. And that's not to say that it's trash to everybody. Somebody needs that experience right now, but it's not you. It's not you. You're being called to let go. You're being called to let go. And what a blessing, because my karmic life lesson is letting go. I shy. Let's do this. Okay, I'm welcoming spirits and my connection with your higher self so that I know exactly, so that spirit brings through exactly what you need to know, to hear, to understand. Ashe. So must to be on all dimensions. Those of you who have been with me, you know that I was saying something different before when I would start my readings. But I'm not really going to be systematic. I don't know. I'm just going to be like whatever it is I'm supposed to be. I'm going to say whatever it is the spirit is bringing through for me to say. There's freedom. So I'm just going to let whatever needs to flow through, flow through. Letting go, letting go, letting go. I pulled these 3 cards as I was meditating prior to the reading and prior to me recording. And I've got work through your fears. Work through your fears. Let me not burn myself with the incense. Okay. Believe in the impossible. And spirit is coming through with believe in you. Believe in you. Because you are a miracle. You are divine. I was meditating earlier and it's like I was already speaking what I was going to say in this reading, some things. And what kept coming through is you are so precious. You are so very precious. And other people see it. Even when you don't. That's how precious you are. That's how amazing you are. That's how gifted you are. That's how talented you are. You are phenomenal. And you're also a testimony to the human spirit, the power that we have to evolve. You demonstrate that. You illuminate the essence of what it is to be human, to go through pain, to feel it, and to temporarily feel like you've been conquered by it, but there's something inside you. There's something inside you that says, it's not time to give up. Your job at this time is to just keep going. It's just to keep going. Surrender to the divine. So this is powerful because a lot of times we feel like we have to be so strong and have everything together and get it all done. And divine is saying just surrender. Surrender to your greatness. Surrender to your beauty. Surrender to the beauty of who you are. So I'm not just talking about beauty on a physical level, which you have, okay? I'm talking about beauty on all levels. That is recognizable on all dimensions. Like, if you were taking an image of who you are, the universe inside you from out there, on all dimensions, every dimension, above, below, everywhere, your beauty is recognizable. The beauty of your soul, the strength of you, your strength, your stamina. Because a lot of people would give up because of what you've been through. And it's not just in your lifetime, it's your ancestors as well have experienced so much pain. So much pain. And here you are. The ancestral journey is so beautiful, but it is like a burden until you really get on that healing path. When you're still fighting it, when you're still like, I don't want to be my ancestors. I don't want to be my mom. I don't want to be my dad. I want to be different, you know. Or maybe you feel like, you know, how could you be who they are? That you don't have it in you. Whatever equilibrium is missing there between you and your ancestors, divine is bringing peace to that, harmony, where you understand that the DNA that runs through your veins, that is inside of you, it is beautiful. And you are gaining temperance. This is a time of temperance for you. I'm seeing the temperance card, where you're understanding the connection between you and your ancestors. It's not this fear of not measuring up, and there's not this avoidance where you just don't want to be like them. It's peace. It's, I am a part of them. They are a part of me. We're forever linked. And I'm cool with that. You are learning so many lessons. In part as a result of the pain that your ancestors have been through, because your soul just said enough. Enough. I'm not going to continue to go through this cycle of, oh, I'm stuck because this is just who I'm supposed to be. Or how could I ever measure up? I'm not even going to even try. Your soul is done with that. And it's like, let's keep moving. Let's grow. Let's take this fear and learn from it. Let's stop running away from the fear. And let's look it in the eyes and say, who are you? Why are you here? You know, when those fearful thoughts come to you, if you have fearful thoughts, if you have visions of the worst possible scenario happening, understand that. Like, take time to get to know what's happening inside your mind. Is your mind trying to protect you from some previous trauma that happened? Is your mind trying to protect you from the fear of failure? Like, if I put myself out there, I'm just going to fall flat on my face and it's going to be terrible and everybody's going to laugh at me. You know, are you constantly thinking that thought or seeing that scenario in your mind? Because it's a message. The fear is a message as to what you need in order to overcome it, in order to understand it and move forward. I don't fight fear. And I highly recommend that at this time you not try to fight fear. Understand it. Understand it. That's the best thing to do. I was struggling with this box, but I was like, Spirit got me. Okay, I'm pulling from my Afro Goddess Tarot, and this is for everybody, melanated or not. Okay, I just love the energy of this Afro Goddess. It's not the tarot, it's Afro Goddess Oracle. Oh, I love it. I use this every day. Let's see what Spirit is bringing through for you. Ooh, you got the Ankh, baby. Yes, and the star. Lily. Okay. So with the Ankh, that's all about your power to transform energy, to transform yourself, to transform whatever pain it is that you've been feeling, transform it into something that works, something that takes you further, something that works for you and with your energy and not against you, something that helps you transform and evolve. So that's where you are. You know, you're gathering the power of the elements, your intuition, your drive, your passion, your thoughts. That's why Spirit was bringing through those messages about your thoughts. Beware of what your thoughts are bringing you. And don't fight it. If it's something that when you realize it, when you become aware of that thought, and it's not something that you realize is good for you, it might be holding you back. It's not that it's good or bad. It's just teaching you something about where you are and about what you need to move forward. And then there's Earth as well. And that's your practicality. And that's about feeling grounded. That's about feeling secure and taken care of. And there's a card here that came through that speaks to that. So I'm going to go ahead and move to that one. It's the Lily. This is a mature energy. So there's something, look at all this green. That's Earth energy. So there's something that Spirit is saying is secure in your life. And you are very, very able to depend on it. And not depend in like a needy way, but just because it makes life sweeter. It makes life more enjoyable. I'm getting love vibes. I'm staring at my light and it's red, and I'm seeing that. I'm like, yeah, with this red here, like that's love energy. There's love in your life that is really, really beautiful. And I feel like it's because the lily is a mature energy, so this is something that's been around for a while. It's not something new that just popped out the box. It's a person that you have grown with, and you may have doubted their sincerity or their ability to be a positive force in your life. But Divine is saying you're safe. You're safe. This is a successful love. This is a love that was meant to be planted as a seed and grow and grow. And here you have a beautiful lily. That's what you have. So Divine is saying that there are things in your life right now that feel unsure, but there's a love that is very dependable. And that doesn't mean that it's always had the answers, this person, this being. It doesn't mean that it's always there has been a lot of evolution and growth that was necessary there. A lot of learning. I feel like this is a person who in some ways mirrors you. You have a lot of things about you that are like, I'm getting black and white, like opposite. But you fit together very well. You both needed a chance to grow. And you haven't grown at the same pace or in the same way. But the growth that both of you have achieved is really astounding. And it's a miracle. There are allies, spirit allies, that are observing you, and they're so proud of both of you. For some of you, this is a romantic love. And for some of you, this is a relationship with a child. This is a love between a parent and a child. And there are some that this will apply to as a friendship. So friendship, parent-child, and lovers. Okay, so those 3 categories. And it's really beautiful because you are soulmates. You most absolutely traveled together in lifetimes past. And sometimes you've kind of hit or missed each other. It was like in some lifetimes you planned it so well. But still there's free will involved, right? So in the afterlife you planned it so well where you would come together, but it ended up being a hit or miss because you just weren't synced up. But in this lifetime there's so much that you've experienced together. And you just picked up where you left off before in another lifetime. And so this lifetime has been so vital to y'all's evolution together. Lots of lessons. At times, you've butt heads so much. You really wondered, like, is this a safe connection? With the parent-child bond, I'm getting that sometimes you were wondering if you were enabling them. You were wondering if you needed to just separate yourself from them. But Divine is saying to rest. Because every choice you made served a vital purpose in your evolution. And that the love is there. The love is there. Okay? Something I wanted to mention is that in this reading, You know, divine is always trying to create space so that as many souls that are guided to this message will get what they need from it, right? And that's how it is with everything that's put out there. So if there's something that doesn't resonate with you, it just means that it's for someone else, and that's okay. But in that way, we sort of create space for one another to pick up something that resonates with you and something that you were really truly meant to hear in this reading, okay? So you also have the Star, okay? And this is healing, this is beauty, this is your soul shining. And so what really came through was that you have the power at this time and always, now and always, you have the power. And you always had the power to transform your life, but you just didn't always know that. And that's the first thing we have to do as humans, is realize our power, right? So the pain that you went through, it was teaching you, you are not powerless. You have power. You have free will. You have courage. You have amazing DNA, okay? No matter what it looks like to you sometimes, it's amazing, okay? And you have power. So you had to realize the power that you have inside you. And with the Star, there's something that you are meant to shine. You are meant to shine your light, your knowledge, your creative energy, your creativity. I wanted to say both at the same time. You're meant to share your creative energy, your creative juices, okay, with the world, because they're so, you know, like the feeling you get when you go outside at night and the sky is all lit up. That's what you are. You are that feeling to the world. And there are people who have tried to make you think otherwise. There are people who have tried to make you think, oh, you may have felt like a pain to some people. You may have felt like an annoyance to some people. You may have felt like something that was discarded by someone. Because that's what humans do, right? When they don't know how to function, they act out of dysfunction. And so you have felt the dysfunction of other people. And sometimes you allowed that negative energy, those mean, rude, dysfunctional actions to make you think that you deserved less than. But that was just, those situations, that pain was just to get you to realize your power, your life force that you have flowing through you. All up and through you, in your body, around your body, your auric body, in your blood, on all dimensions, you have power. And so Spirit is saying now that it's time to shine your light. And you know, it's funny that it's coming through as the Star, because you know, you think shine your light, you think of the sun, right? But to me, the sun energy is very different. It's very like, here I am. I'm here, y'all. But a star is like, it's dark, but here I am. And here you are. Here you are with all the darkness surrounding you. That darkness being the people who have given you trouble, strife, brought pain to you. Here you are, shining amidst all of that, all that around you. Here you are, just shining. And this is something that leads to your prosperity. This is, with this tree, it's like Pentacles energy. It's earth energy. And that's what, by you shining your light, that's what you bring into your life. That's what you manifest into your life. And of course, in order to get this done, in order to shine your light, in order to create abundance and prosperity in your world, we all need support, right? I think about those 9 months that I didn't create anything to share. I just couldn't. I said in my ASMR video I just made, I sat down and started recording and I just cried. Tears were just flowing. I had done my makeup. It didn't matter because it was all down here, okay? It wasn't time yet. It wasn't time yet. Divine is making this very, very clear. That timing has been everything. You may feel sometimes like you're late on something. You're late on the prosperity that you wish to create. You're late on what you want to accomplish. Checking off your goals. It was about timing. Because something that feels or seems so good, something that seems so good, could be terrible if the timing isn't right. And so Divine is saying that the timing was everything for you. And that's why you should have mercy on yourself, is because everything happened in a way where you would get the lessons that you needed, the experience that you needed, the confidence that you needed. That's why, I mean, to start off a reading with such a powerful card, the Ankh, that's life force, that's prana, okay? Like, and the star, and then here's the thing, we all need support, right? And you have a beautiful connection. Like I said, for some of you, this is a friend. For some of you, this is a child or a parent. It could be a parent as well, because I said parent-child earlier. That's what was coming through. And for some of you, this is a romantic love. But they bring support. That connection brings you support, because the evolution that has occurred between you all and your souls in past lifetimes and in this lifetime, it's been accelerated. It was to bring you the support so that you can shine like you need to shine. It's a beautiful connection. And the connection is a testimony to, it's like in spirituality, a lot of people focus on being solitary. And I'm solitary. Like, I connect with other healers, or, of course, people who seek my services. I connect with them. I connect with other healers when I need to, when I need inspiration, or when spirit brings me someone to connect with, because it's time for me to learn, or it's time for me to be nurtured. But for the most part, I'm solitary. But there's something so beautiful about connection. And that's something that you might be an introvert. I know I sure am. I took the Myers-Briggs test and I'm like all eyes. I'm all eyes. And yeah, all introvert. You might be an introvert, or you might have some very introverted tendencies or ways. Because a lot of people are extroverted and introverted. It just depends on the situation. But you might consider yourself an introvert. But there's something so beautiful about this connection. And this is to, as far as the intention of your soul, it's to help restore your faith in the art of connecting with others. There's so much growth that happens on your path when you are solitary, and that's something that really you're comfortable with. But there are times where you need to connect, or where spirit says you can definitely tap into this energy and evolve because of it. You can definitely connect with this person and learn a very important lesson. But at the end of the day, it's all about free will, right? So it's up to you whether or not you take advantage of those opportunities. But this relationship that spirit is bringing through, it's just confirmation to you that it is spirit-led. It's a divine bond. Okay? It's a divine bond. You're supported. You are loved. You are beautiful. You are precious. And spirit really wants you to know that. Like, to wake up in the morning saying, I'm precious. I'm amazing, okay? I am loved. I am capable. I am confident. All those things. And then that's when we get into our affirmations, which, you know, some people aren't into affirmations, but at the end of the day, if you're on a spiritual path, you are affirming something. Because the spiritual path is all about affirming what it is that you're creating. So, you know, affirmations are cool. Oh my God, look, I am a creator. 000, baby. That's the full energy. That's where you create whatever it is that you want to create. You write your story. You get to write your story. Look at that. You came into this world and you had all your experiences and you've brought all of that you've been through with you here to this place, to this point. And you are the creator. What are you going to do with those experiences? What are you going to do with those past traumas that you've healed and that you're still healing? What are you going to do with that? Because this must be my Capricorn moon creeping up in here, but that's a gold mine, baby, okay? Because it's a point of connection with other people. Where you hurt, where you have felt hurt, where you have been hurt, and where you're healing, that is so much there's so much potential there for you to connect with others who have felt the same thing. It's a place of connection. It's like a crossroads where you cross paths with other people. Soul tribe is coming through. When you share your pain, when you share your experience, when you share your wisdom, it could be one of those, some of those, or all of those things. You know, you don't always have to, because some people feel pressure to overshare their story. And it's like, you do it in the way that's right for you. Do you want to come all out and say everything? Or do you want to reveal it as time goes by? Spirit is saying that what comes to you is what's right. What comes to you is what's right. Let me keep that flipped over so I remember that. I am creator. Oh yeah, let me read the message to you. You are one with the creator. And there are no limits to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible in your lifetime here on earth. Okay? That's you being the star. Where was that card? You got some of my favorite cards in this deck. Give me some clarity, divine. Okay. Oh. These were turned over too. Let's see, what are these? You got Two of Cups, Justice, and the Hermit. You got Bastet in reverse. There was a relationship that you were in and you felt like your comforting energy, your nurturing energy was just done. You felt like you didn't want to comfort or contribute a certain level of yourself to this relationship. Because in this deck, Bastet is... she's beautiful, she's sweet, she's nurturing, she's comforting. Look at her there with the Ankh. That's you, you got your Ankh. This is very divine feminine energy, okay? If you're a divine masculine, you may have encountered someone who experienced this. This could be a mother, this could be a lover, a wife. But I feel like you just felt like there was nothing more for you to give to this connection. With the Two of Cups and then Justice, there was balance that was needed and a connection that you shared. And that's what the recent experiences that you've been through have been about. I just realized my head was like this. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting used to this vertical. I like it. I like it. It's better for my setup, my ASMR setup and everything. I don't have to change as much, but I was like, I don't have to do that. I can just, here we go. Ashe, I'm learning. We're all learning, right? Yeah, there was balance that was needed and a connection that you shared. But see, this connection is really divine and beautiful because you see those two ankhs. They're both holding an ankh. They both have amazing power. But there's a snake there. There was some interference. The Hermit, the Hermit is saying spiritual insight is the reward for your journey. Also, removing your energy from situations that don't serve you. And I feel like this is something that has happened in your connection too. You have chosen to take a path that focuses on the health of your bond instead of giving in to toxicity and dysfunction. And you both are learning so much. So much. And there's an incredible auric light around you. Look, there's right there. So this lets me know that you are radiating beautifully on this third dimension. And people see that. People see the improvements and the growth, both individually and together with this person that you have a very beautifully divine connection with. Just remember that, and I know I don't feel like I have to remind you, but when people see beauty, they first admire it, but then a lot of times they envy it. So I feel like you've been the object of a lot of envy. But just keep shining, baby. Okay? And I feel like you shine. Look, you always shine in the darkness. You see, that's how this Hermit is shining in the darkness. And that was the star cards you had too. You're shining in the darkness. That's you. That's your energy. You shine in the darkness. With all the craziness, the toxicity, the dysfunction around you, you shine. Through all of that. And all of that dysfunction just makes you shine even more. Because it is so dark and you are just beautiful. Darkness is beautiful too. But this is a darkness that had come to challenge you. It had come to throw distractions your way. And so you have gotten yourself together, said, okay, I see what this adversary is. I see what is being presented to me as far as a distraction, as far as something that I could give my energy to if I chose to, but I will choose. You chose to focus on your light in the darkness. You're beautiful. Okay, so we had Bastet, and that was in reverse, right? So that was where like your comforting, nurturing energy, you just felt like, whatever, I'm done. You were ready to give up. You were ready to give up. But then there's this Prince of Cups, this Knight of Cups, Warrior of Ankhs in this deck. And that's because your ability to create, to transform, to evolve is so strong that it wasn't over. This is a renewal of love. This is a renewal of a connection, of a divine union, of a beautiful bond that has been reawakened. And you know it, you feel it. All this water. This is like in the Rider-Waite deck, it's Knight of Cups. You know this, you feel this. The Chariot is coming through to say, move forward. Move forward with this union. Move forward with your own transformation. With your ability to grow and evolve. Your will, your focus, your focus, your focus, your focus. That's what it's all about. Beware of what you're giving your time, energy, and attention to. Because there's something around you that needs to be over back here. And you're just moving forward on that Chariot. Okay? And this leads to your success and your happiness. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Divine says, go gently. Go gently. You don't have to force anything. Because I feel like your confidence in this bond has been shaken. And Divine is saying you don't have to doubt anything. Gently down the stream. Gently. Your light shines. Your light shines. In the darkness. In the day and the night. In the daytime, you're the sun. At night, you're a star. Either way, you shine. No matter what frequencies surround you, you shine. And Spirit is saying, please understand that it's because of your gifts that so many evil eyes have been on you. It's because of your greatness. It's because of your abilities, your talents, your joy, your ability to just keep going makes some people mad. Let them be mad. That's a part of their evolution too. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. Oh, my music cut out. My music cut out. Okay. We're gonna wrap it up. Spirit was like, it's time, girl. It's time. But I'm getting that it's time for you to shine too. And you see these cliffs back here, these mountains. That's what you've been doing. You've been thinking about getting to the next level and just making it. You felt like things were a struggle that used to feel easy to you. But even still, amidst all that difficulty, there's still the sun shining. And there's still you, just gently rowing your boat. Seeing what greatness you're inspired to do today, to accomplish today, to radiate today. It's about a day. Okay, so this is coming through too. It's about day to day. Visualization serves a purpose, and that is important for you to visualize where you want to go and what you want to achieve. But Spirit is saying that the beauty of this moment is so important at this time. It's important for you to just be gentle with yourself and to just kind of say at night before you go to bed or in the morning when you wake up, what does Spirit have for me? You know, sometimes I like to do that at night for the next day, just to kind of get my ducks in a row with my responsibilities, to make sure that I'm still in a good place spiritually. And I can balance my well-being and what I want to accomplish with my responsibilities to my family and in the home and all of that. So I used to ask myself that, like, should I be thinking about tomorrow? Because, you know, that's something I grew up hearing was, don't worry about tomorrow. It's biblical, right? Don't worry about tomorrow. But I realized that it's okay to meditate on what you wish to accomplish. And it can help you to feel organized as long as it's not coming from a place of anxiety or fear, right? So you can do some of that. But divine is saying, like, just focus on the day. You can set aside some time to look at your long-term goals. But one way of being gentle with yourself at this time is to just focus on the present moment. There's no pressure to be something tomorrow or the next day that's, you know, we're talking filling big shoes and all of that stuff. No, just what is right for me today. What do I want to do when I wake up in the morning? You know, something like that. Something very short term. It's about each day that's coming through. The day. With that sun card. There are clouds. Divine is saying to set up your protection. Oh, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to close with a protection message. I've been writing down messages of protection, channeling them, and I want to share with you whatever comes through for you, okay? But yeah, divine is saying that the clouds are there. Like, the darkness is still around. But what you're doing is you're learning how to shine brighter than that. How to shine brighter than the fear that you feel. How to understand the fear and then be able to move beyond it. There's no need to get frustrated with yourself if you feel afraid. All that's doing is saying, hey, there's a need here. Listen to me. You know, you can ask yourself, I talk to my fear. I talk to my fear. I'm like, okay, where is this coming from? Where is this thought? What's the origin of this thought? Of this image that I have in my mind now of the worst case scenario, or this feeling I have? Where is this coming from? Because one thing I will tell you is that when it's a message from spirit, it does not give you anxiety. If you get a thought or feeling or a vision of something happening and it induces a feeling of anxiety in you, you feel tension, you feel maybe a little sweaty, like jittery, that ain't from divine. That's a past memory or a past feeling coming back saying, don't let this happen again. What if this happens again? I want to stay safe. I mean, how beautiful of the mind to want to keep us safe, right? That's a beautiful thing. But in trying to keep us safe, that fear keeps us stuck. And so what I find is the answer to that is not to fight the fear or be like, I'm such a punk, you know, like, why am I feeling this way? No. You're noticing your feelings. That's good. Why is this fear coming to you? It's trying to protect you from something that happened before. So that means whatever experience that was responsible for that initial feeling of fear or panic, that's where healing is needed. Go back to that moment if it's not too painful, you know, if you need support. There are people who can support you through an experience like that and work through that fear with you. But if you're able to go back to that memory, that trauma, give yourself love in that moment. Give yourself grace for everything that you did, every choice that you made in that moment. Let yourself know and feel assured that you did the best you knew how to do in that moment. And that there's no feeling for any guilt. There's no feeling for any shame. And that you do have the power to move forward, to move past that. That it's okay. It's okay to move forward. So that's what I like to do with my fear. I like that. It's a meme, I think. I forget how it goes exactly, but it says something like, I'm not afraid of my demons. I name them, or I get to know them, or something like that. And to me, that's how fear is. Like, there's no need to feel angry at yourself for feeling afraid. Just try to understand what the fear is telling you or teaching you about yourself, about where you are, and about what you need. Okay, so I am going to end with, so this is my journal that I started writing in. It's got Mars on there for protection. Ashe. I work with Mars every single day for protection. Love Mars. And a host of other energies as well, and spirit allies. But this is my protection journal. And so what I'm going to do is just allow spirit to lead me to whatever message of protection is right for you at this time. Ashe. Thank you, spirit. Okay. The situation is not as it appears. Your enemy, your adversary, is miserable. Their happiness is a farce. They live in misery, and therefore they hate your joy. Your joy is your greatest weapon against the darkness in your enemy's soul. Choose joy. Yes. And that's a message from the universe. Okay. And also, I want to leave you with something else, because I almost forgot, but Spirit did not let me forget. Ashe, thank you, Divine. I swear, Divine got me. Divine got you too. Okay, so please remember that. Look, it looks all. This is from this is something that I send. I send these cards when a customer places an order for one of my oils, and this was sitting in my. I was actually using it as a bookmark, but it's for my Infinite Blessings ritual blend. And Spirit said share that last sentence with them. So with each of my blends, each of my oils, my bath salts, I always include this card, and I cut them out and everything for you. But Spirit said to share the mantra for the Infinite Blessings ritual blend, the last sentence, with you. They said that is so important. And I want you to remember this, okay? If it resonates with you, you can use it each day. But Spirit just brought through to me that I was supposed to share this with you. So this is a wonderful affirmation, as we were talking about that, to state each day, okay? And this is going to bring you a lot of power and a lot of comfort and a lot of connection with your spirit allies and beloved ancestors at this time, okay? So the last sentence of the mantra says, my well-being, my body, my home, and those I love receive an infinite flow of blessings of love, peace, and prosperity from the universe. So must it be on all dimensions. Ashe. I love that. And I love that for you right now. Okay? If you meditate on that, if you feel afraid, if you feel weak, the only reason you ever feel weak is so that you can be reminded of your strength. Because weakness is what activates your strength. Okay? On a physical level, like if you notice you're feeling weak, you might want to start lifting some weights. Well, it's the same thing in the spiritual realm. If you notice that you're suffering from attacks and letting things get to you, you're like, okay, let me activate my strength. Let me do my mantras. Let me light incense. Let me visualize. Let me use affirmations. Let me play some music that lifts my vibration. And it doesn't always have to be like mantras and inherently spiritual music. You can create a playlist. I was on the treadmill the other day listening to Jackie Wilson, James Brown, The Supremes, Marvin Gaye, Al Green. I mean, all of that music, The Temptations, it reminds me of my parents and my love for them. And it just makes me so happy. And so if there is music that evokes that same emotion within you, go for it. You don't have to be like some people waste so much time and energy trying to prove how spiritual they are and elevate it. That's why I said earlier in the reading, darkness is beautiful. I get down with a lot of things that some people might not think I do, that seem dark, but it's just that that's another perspective. And having an understanding of different perspectives just makes you more complete of a person, of a being. But let me tell you something. If you say this, and I'm going to say it one more time, okay? My well-being, my body, my home, and those I love receive an infinite flow of blessings of love, peace, and prosperity from the universe. So must it be on all dimensions. Ashe. And if you want to add something to that, you might want to put in good health or whatever it is that you are wanting to manifest. You have an infinite flow of those blessings in your life. Okay? All right, beautiful being. I hope that you really, really enjoyed this, or that you got something out of it that spoke to your spirit, or that it soothed you. You may have fallen asleep. That's cool too. But anyway, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me for this reading. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and know that I appreciate you, and I'm so grateful to have spent this time with you. Be blessed. And you are a blessing. You are a whole blessing. Ashe.